Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all are having a wonderful day today, as warm as it is here in Sacramento, California. My name is Leo Naranjo IV, candidate for governor of California in the 2026 race. I'm running as a Republican in this great state. Today, I'm trying something a little bit different as far as political messages go on video. I'm not trying to talk to my candidatorial opposite numbers, nor am I trying to talk to the Democratic Party at this point in time. What I am trying to do is reach out and talk to a person who periodically has comments about how we should act in California, what we should do in California, and what she would like to see us do as it regards to this state. And what I'm referencing to is the Mexican president, Ms. Claudia Sheinbaum, who from time to time puts herself in the position to make commentaries about how we handle California, what we should do for her citizens who reside here, and how we need to take care of her citizens that are within our borders. So this is going to be a little different. I apologize in advance for some of the broken Spanish. I'm a little rusty. It's been a very long time since my grandmother and I have spoken in Spanish, but I'd like to make the attempt anyway so that folks will know and understand that I also am part Mexican. I'm part Spanish, I'm part Irish, I'm part French, I'm part British, I'm part Hopi Indian. These are the ethnicities that my family have told me and taught me through their generations. So there's a lot that I habla, there's a lot that I comprende, and there's a lot that I oír when it comes to the Hispanic heritage. I have a proud heritage running through my veins, just as many of you do. And my heritage comes from having a family heritage of one of the youngest generals in the Mexican army, Leopoldo Naranjo, who served way back in the 1800 timeframes. So yes, I've been to Mexico many times, mainly across the border from Juarez to El Paso. I haven't gone into the interior. I haven't visited the interior. I wanted to take my family back to Juarez to show them the colorful, traditional things that they have, to show my wife the bullfighting rings that I used to go to as a child, the open markets that I used to go to as a child. But unfortunately, because of what Mexico has devolved towards and into, I didn't feel it was safe to visit with my family there. And I had to point out these things from across the border on the U.S. side towards the Mexican side. My goal here is to establish with the Mexican president that I'm willing to work with her, but I'm not working for her. First and foremost, I'm running for the citizens of the state of California. I'm not running for the Mexican citizenry. I'm not running for the South American citizenry. Those presidents have their own problems, and they have their own people that they're accountable to. I'm accountable and responsible for the people in this state and in this country. I would like the president of Mexico to know and understand that if we have problems in both nations, that we can work jointly to resolve those problems. And one of those issues right now, which is in the forefront of most people's mind, is the immigration issue plaguing our nation. I'm not going to point fingers at who did what, who didn't do what, but I'm here to say this as a candidate. If you've been here for 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years, however long it's been, it's time that you stood up and started working towards trying to acquire citizenship in this nation legally. We have to have that key word in any conversation that we have in dealing with the topic of immigration. And immigration is the word that we use when people come through the checkpoints, when they fill out the forms, when they announce who they are and what their purpose is for being in this state, much less this nation. I'm not talking about the illegal entries where folks rush across the border, pour across the river, or bury their way under tunnels to enter into our state and our nation illegally. We have no idea who they are, we have no idea where they're coming from, and we have no idea what they're bringing with them. This also needs to be stopped and needs to be curbed. And so my stance as a candidate is this: I will work with you so long as you are working towards the goal of trying to be here legally and to obtain citizenship. If that means that you have to go speak to your consulates to fill out the forms, so be it. If that means that you have to leave the nation for a week before you can re-enter, so be it. But if your intention is to stay here and do nothing, if your intentions are to commit crimes and to get away with crimes at the expense of the community of where you reside, then please be advised that I will do everything possible to ensure your removal from our state as a governor for this state should I be elected. One of the first acts I intend to do for the state of California is to remove the status of sanctuary state. We're going to we're going to ensure that the cities and the communities understand that we are not here to harbor. Folks who are lawless need to be gone. Folks who break the law need to be gone. And those who enter our country illegally, whether they pay taxes or not, need to be gone. If you visit another country, technically you're paying their taxes whenever you purchase items, but that doesn't automatically grant you citizenship or rights in those nations. You're a guest there, and as such, you're a guest in somebody else's house. It's no different here than in California or in anywhere else in the world. And so, ladies and gentlemen, with that, and my intention here is to say for the Mexican president, you've made some statements in the past about how we as California need to protect your people. Well, Madam President, I'd like to throw that challenge right back at you. They are your people. They just happen to be in California. And perhaps if you have such a concern for your people, you should be trying to acquire them back or trying to get it to where they're here to become citizens of this nation and not just reside here as citizens from your nation. My goal, once again, is to work with you to overcome problems and obstacles and to make the quality of life better for both countries, whether it's trade, agricultural trade, business trade, or just personal trade of our visitors going to your nation and vice versa. But I'm not here to facilitate the illegal entry of a mass of individuals from South America transiting your state to come through and getting into our state and swarming into our country. That's not my purpose. So I hope that you understand. I hope that you can get past some of the broken Spanish that I'm going to include in this video. I would love to talk to you. Madam, if you'd ever want to come to Sacramento, California and sit down and eat with me and my family at my house, my invitation stands for you and your family to do just that. Hispanics are very entertaining people. We're very loving and caring people for our families and for our culture and for our identities, and I'm no different. We're a very proud people. Most of you already know this. But we're also very proud of our homes, and we're very proud of where we live, and we're very defensive on who comes in and who breaks in. Me inviting you in is one thing, but if you break in, that's quite a different story. You know this as well as I do, as well as any Hispanic person does. And so with that, and without further ado, this video will be short, to the point, and it's for the President of Mexico, Claudia Sheinbaum. Señora Presidente de México, Claudia Sheinbaum, yo soy Leo Naranjo, candidate for governor in California de 2026, el año. Yo quiero decirte, señora, que yo estoy aquí por la gente y los citizens de California. También yo estoy aquí por la gente que vinieron a California legal, in the legal way. Por los immigrants que vienen aquí, te quiere a vivir here in California, te quiero a vivir en los Estados Unidos. Pero yo no estoy aquí por la gente que quiero a trabajar y vinieron y de visitar a los Estados Unidos o de California con métodos ilegal. Esta es que no te quiero a pasar por la gente aquí. Me voy a ayudar la gente que te quería a hacer a citizenship para los Estados Unidos. Y si te illegally te ponieron sus papeles con tus authorities federales, te pueden a quedar aquí legally. No me voy a trabajar con la gente que nomás quiere a vivir aquí sin papeles, sin identification, sin legal. Nomás quiero a hacerte aquí porque están corriendo de México. They're fleeing from Mexico. They're fleeing de Sudamérica. Tú eres el presidente de la gente mexicana. No soy la presidente de la gente de Sudamérica y no soy la presidente de la gente aquí en California. Governor Newsom, current governor para este estado, California, te platicas contigo con muchas cosas. Y te quiero trabajar con muchas cosas. Y si están enojados cuando la federales que viene y te salgan la gente que está aquí ilegal. Pero señor Newsom, no soy mexicano. Señor Newsom, no estoy español. Y no hablas y no sabes, no entienden nada. Cuando te hablan con el gobernador en de 20, 26 años, te quieres saber, yo estoy el gobernador, yo me voy a oír, yo me quiero hablar contigo también, pero yo me voy a entender qué me está haciendo. Yo me voy a trabajar contigo, pero no me voy a trabajar por ti. Yo estoy trabajando aquí para los citizens de California y tú estás trabajando con los citizens de Mexicano. Con esas palabras, señora, si un día te quiero venir a California a visitar, me voy a decir que sí, señora Claudia Sheinbaum, mi casa es su casa. Yo también soy mexicano, yo soy española, yo soy briton, yo soy francés, yo soy irish, yo soy hopi indio. Yo sabía también las cosas y tenía en mi sangre the heritage y el espíritu de mexicano. Tenía de mi heritage un joven en la General del Army mexicano en los años pasados, Leopoldo Naranjo. El joven es general en la Army mexicano muchos años pasados. Yo sé, yo comprendo, I understand los problemas de las dos naciones. Con esto me quiero decir que te pasa un buen día, señora. Para usted, para tu familia, para su nacional y para la gente que tú trabajas for and represent. En nombre de Cristo Jesús, el Padre, Hijo y Espíritu Santo, que te pasa un buen día y ojalá en the future nos puedo sentar con nosotros y quebrar un pan y te puedo cenar con nosotros, contigo, y te platicar con estas cosas que impactan al nacional mexicano y al nacional de los Estados Unidos. Gracias, señora, por su tiempo. Gracias por oyéndome. Y gracias que me doy un chance a platicar contigo también. Que pasen un buen día a todos. And for those of you out there in the English world, have a great afternoon. Have a great day. Pardon once again for the breakup of the Spanish to English translation, but I hope that you understand the intent overall. My goal here is to work with the President of Mexico, but I will not be working for the President of Mexico. I will work with those citizens that want to become U.S. citizens, but I'm not going to work to harbor citizens of another nation who wish to stay here illegally and in violation of federal laws. Work towards citizenship, or we're going to have to work towards removing you from the country for the reasons that I've stated earlier. Have a great day. Be safe, stay hydrated, and enjoy this wonderful weekend. God bless you one and all. Thank you very much.